Alright guys, what is going on? Match reaction. Arsenal 2, Manchester United 3. Wow, I don't know how we have done that. Seriously, I have no idea. I did not see that coming tonight. Absolute no chance I saw that coming. Listen, I thought we were going to lose this game. I thought it would be a close game, but I did think we were going to lose. Because I thought Arsenal were the better. I think Arsenal are a better team than us. But, you know, we showed tonight Manchester United and what Manchester United are. The never die attitude. The never give up attitude. The keep on going attitude, even if we get knocked down. That is what Manchester United are. And that is what we showed tonight. An unbelievable victory. An unbelievable win. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that is the first time that this season Arsenal have been beaten at the Emirates in all competitions. I also saw another stat that came up on the telly that when Arsenal scored the first goal, like they did today, 24 games, 24 wins, 0 draws, 0 losses. We are the first team to beat Arsenal this season in all competitions when they have scored the first goal. What a win. What a win for Manchester United. Give Michael Carrick the job right now. I'm joking about that. I'm joking. But, you know, we've beaten Manchester City in a brilliant performance. A brilliant performance last weekend. And now we've just beaten Arsenal in what was a different performance. You know, this was a different performance from that Man City game because we went a goal behind. And then Arsenal equalised and we had to get a winner again. You know, the never die attitude. And that is what Manchester United stand for and is. You know, and listen, Michael Carrick, you can't really beat two better teams in your first two games. I mean, he had such a difficult start. I don't think any Manchester United fan expected to win these games. Not both of them, Christ. But he has done that. And listen, I'm still in the camp that I don't want Michael Carrick to get the job. You know, he could win every single game. I still wouldn't want him to get the job. But listen, it'll be very difficult for this fan base if Michael Carrick keeps getting wins. You know, the fan base will start to want Michael Carrick to get the job. It will happen if he keeps getting wins, because he's shown in these last two games that he is capable. He is more than capable of managing a top team. Whether it's Manchester United, I think that's a little bit too big, because, you know, every manager comes under pressure. You know, he's under no pressure at the minute. And we'll see what happens. But what a win for him tonight. Unbelievable. Unbelievable by United. For Arsenal, though, there's a bigger picture for Arsenal. The Premier League title. 4 points. 4 points now. You know, Man City and Aston Villa, 4 points behind Arsenal. You know, Arsenal obviously drew 0-0 last weekend. I think it was Nottingham Forest. And now they've lost here today. Are Arsenal starting to crumble again? Now, Arsenal still have to play Manchester City away from home. So, you know, that could be 3 points, you know, caught by Man City already if they win that game. But obviously that's in the future. We don't know what's going to happen in that game. But are Arsenal starting to crumble in the Premier League again? You know, I'm not sure who they play next, but it's probably going to be an away game. So, who knows? But Arsenal are starting to falter potentially. Who knows? And, you know, Manchester United have done Aston Villa and Manchester City a huge favour tonight. An absolute huge favour. Also, a bigger picture for United. Champions League football. We have to get Champions League this season. And, you know, beating Man City and Arsenal. But, you know, this is the problem we have. Like, United players can get themselves up for the big games. It's the smaller games. Like, we play Fulham next week, I believe. It'll be interesting to see how we play in that game, because that's the type of game we drop points in. So we got to back it up. You know, we backed up the Man City win with an unbelievable win here at the Emirates. We've got to go and beat Fulham now. But yeah, unbelievable game. I mean, what a game for a neutral. My word, unbelievable. Screamers, drama, 5 goals. Couldn't really ask for much more if you're a neutral. I mean, if you're a United or Arsenal fan, you're being put through the absolute ringer. But let's talk about the goals. Arsenal take a 1-0 lead in the 29th minute. It was kind of coming. I think for the first 30 minutes, Arsenal were dominated us. We couldn't really get hold of the ball. And this goal always looked inevitable. And it came through a Lisandro Martinez own goal. It's just a cross ball by Hincapié to the back post. Dorgu wins the header, but instead of heading it out of play, Dorgu just heads it up into the air. Saka's able to take it down under control. I think he then pulls it back to the edge of the box to, I'm not sure who it is, I think it might be Odegaard. Odegaard drills in the volley, looking for Jesus in the box, hits Lisandro Martinez and goes into the back of the net. An unfortunate own goal, and Arsenal take a 1-0 lead, and you can't really say they didn't deserve it. And at that point, I was kind of fearing the worst for United. I was saying in the watch-along, just get to half-time 1-0. Just get to half-time 1-0 down, and I think that'll be a successful half. We did even better. And Bueno equalising in the 37th minute. A mistake punished. Mistake by Zubimendi. Tries to pass it back to Raya. Gets it completely wrong. And Buemo's onto it like a flash. 1v1 against Raya. Takes it round him. And he sticks it into an empty net. Brilliant composure by Brian Mbeumo. And, what a signing he has been this season. He's been unbelievable. Up there with signing of the season, in my opinion. He has been absolutely sensational for us this season. And it's another big goal, obviously scored last week, and he scored again today. And it goes 1-1 at half-time. And, when Arsenal scored, before Arsenal scored, they were dominating. They deserved their goal. But after Arsenal scored, we kind of dominated like the last 15 minutes of the half. So I think 1-1 at half-time was probably a fair reflection of that first half, to be honest. We then go into the second half. Patrick Dorgu, Puskas goal winner right here. We may as well write off the award right now because this is going to win it. What a goal from Patrick Dorgu. 5 minutes into the second half. Oh my word, Patty. Obviously, he scored against City last week as well. That was a very good finish. But this is absolutely outrageous by Dorgu. Little 1-2 between him and Bruno. And the ball's just kind of bobbling. And he just hits it on the volley from about 25-30 yards. Absolutely flies into the top left corner. Crossbar and in. Raya has got you could have about 5 goalkeepers in there. They ain't getting anywhere near it. Absolute bullet by Dorgu. And United turn it around to go from 1-0 down to 2-1 up. Unbelievable strike by Dorgu. And, it was just a case of, can United hold on? I was saying in the watch-along, I do think Arsenal will score again. And, Arsenal weren't peppering us. They weren't probing, they weren't probing really at all. I mean, it was quite an even game, really. But they did get the goal in the 84th minute from a corner. Are we surprised? A bloody own goal and a corner goal for Arsenal. Absolute embarrassing for them, really. Top of the league. And you're resorting to getting goals like that. But yeah, corner comes in from Saka. United don't deal with it really at all. The initial header's actually cleared away, but it's not cleared away really. Comes back to Marino. He stabs it in. Sesko nearly gets it cleared off the line, but you can see the ball does go over the line. It's very clear to see that it does. And just like that, it's 2-2 with about 5 minutes left plus injury time. And I'm fearing the worst at this point. I'm not going to lie. I am fearing the worst. Because, Arsenal at home going for a Premier League title, I thought they would absolutely dominate this last however many minutes we had left. But Matheus Cunha, the substitution, had other ideas. Another absolute worldie of a goal for United. Sesko does well, chests it back to, I think, Mainu. He then finds a nice ball to Bruno. Gets itself back to Mainu. He lays it off to Cunha. Cunha drives with it inside and he just whips it into the bottom right-hand corner. Again, no chance for Raya. Raya's absolutely nowhere near it again. In the 87th minute, Cunha wins it with a worldie and it finishes 3-2 to Manchester United. What a win, what a result. Wins are better when you don't expect it to happen. Do you know what I mean? And I did not see that coming. But what a result, what a win. You know, I think that's our first win at the Emirates in the Premier League in 9 years. It's been a long time coming, and it has came finally. And Arsenal, our cracks starting to appear yet again. But what a win for United. It's all about United today. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments on that crazy, crazy match. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll catch you later.